Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some monster taming games that are on sale. So Steam is running their summer sale, and let's be honest, there are a ton of games that are on sale. Trust me, there's probably a game out there for you. So let's actually dive into this. So obviously, we got Power World right at the top. I got the list by top sellers. So right now, it looks like Power World is our top seller right now. And it is at an all-time low of 25% off, which honestly, with the new content update, this is a really good time to pick up Power World if you're really into the like Pokemon-esque survival open sandbox type game. Honestly, for $22.49, it's a really good pickup, honestly. And then we got Slime Rancher for $20.99. And then honestly, one of my personal favorites, you guys probably already know, I love Cassette Beast. It's at 40% off, less than $12. That is a steal of a game. And then we got another solid title right here is the Thaumaturge. It's 33% off at $23.44. By the way, all the prices that you guys see on today's video are going to be in US dollars. So obviously you'll have to convert into your currency. But honestly, this next game, like, it's not really a traditional game. It's more of a like music listening, collecting. But honestly, just for the soundtrack alone, it is worth the $9. Like, honestly, just having the characters and just the background is nice, but just the soundtrack alone is worth $9. I don't think you can get a better lo-fi soundtrack for less than $9 than what this game has to offer. Like, it's really nice. And then Moonstone Island for $13.99. And then honestly, this is a really solid, man. This one's 70% off. We got a SMT3 HD remaster for $14.99. That's a solid price. Man, they got some really good sales this summer. Because I know the last sale they recently had, it really didn't, like, a lot of games weren't really on sale. They were more like 10-15% off. But man, these are some solid sales here. Like this one, I'm probably actually gonna pick this one up because I refuse to pay almost $60 for this title. But Digimon World Next Order, honestly, this is probably the best pickup out of the bunch, especially if you're a Digimon fan. It's 67% off for less than $20. This is a really solid port. It is not like a brand new title per se, but it is probably one of the better ports that I've seen, and it's a solid game anyways. But yeah, I definitely would pick this one up. And then one of these days I need to pick this up, Bug Snacks. I actually need to play this because it's got such great reviews on it. Like, look at that, 97% overwhelming positive, and it's less than $7.50. And then we got if you're really into cute little dinosaurs, we got Paleo Pines for 40% off at $17.99. Pretty solid game. So if you're not really into the whole like fight or combat part of the monster taming genre, this is a really solid title for you. And then we got Rune Factory 5, pretty solid title for 50% off. So there is a lot of farming, but honestly, I picked this up the last time and I kind of regret picking it up so early because I didn't realize it was going to be 50% off this time. But yeah, definitely worth $20, like solid $20. And this is another game. I don't know how they can drop it 85%. Ni no Kuni. I always get that name butchered. Ni no Kuni. But yeah, less than $7.50. This game is 85% off. Like, this is, I've played about half of the game on the Switch. That's before I was doing the whole live streaming. Like, I was doing live streaming and stuff. This was probably one of the very first games. If you're one of my OG guys, this is probably one of the first titles you probably saw me streaming. But solid game, like really solid game. And then we have Ooblets. If I remember right, this was like a singing singing game, if I remember right. Or no, it was it's the dancing game. That's right. Very interesting twist to the monster taming genre. But yeah, that one's 40% off. It's $17.99. Still solid. It's almost 50% off. So the next title, a lot of those, if you guys were really on the edge on Soul Hackers 2, unfortunately the game, like, it was a hit and miss. As you could see, it's got a mixed rating here, but honestly, for $15, this might be worth a shot. Like, honestly, I don't agree with the whole $60 price. I don't think the game is worth it, but honestly, for $15, it's a solid pickup, honestly. And then, let's see, that's just a supporter pack. That's something different. And then I always see this on sale when when summer comes around, or at least a big sale. The Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth, 80% off. This one's always on sale when there's a big sale going on. So I'm not shocked to see this one, but still solid pickup for $10. Let's see, that's not really a monster taming game. And this is part of the reason why I hate the creature collector tag, because they throw in a lot of like just random games that don't really fit the genre per se. But let's see, the next game, we got the Rune Factory series. It looks like they're all 50% off. So Rune Factory 3 Special is about $20, and then for some reason Rune Factory 4 is actually cheaper. Not sure how that's cheaper, but okay. So $15 there. I was really interested in this game. I end up finding out it's not really, it's more of a hunter game. It's kind of like a Monster Hunter, not stories, but more of a Monster Hunter game. And fortunately, they still have not fixed, like, it still has a really poor rating. I know the launch, like, especially like the CPU and GPU optimization was really shit. Yeah, this is probably one I probably would stay away, honestly. Even though it's not really a monster taming game, but I would probably stay away from it. They still haven't really fixed it. And for $21, you could save that money for something else. Oh, what a shame! Monster Hunter Stories 2's not on sale. They just released Stories 1, or basically the remaster version for Stories 1. By the way, I am doing a Let's Play on that, and I'm absolutely loving it. Really solid remaster. Like, I was not expecting the full voice acting, and like the graphics are actually like pretty solid for an original DS game. But yeah, I'm really surprised this one's not on sale. We got Temtem, 60% off. They
recently just did an update, which I believe just added the arcade bar and a few other things. I think they redid the economy. For me personally, I think the devs have kind of killed the game, but it does have an 82% positive review. I'm not sure if those are recent reviews or not, but if you were definitely on the kind of the edge on Temtem, it is 60% off at $18. So, but here's enough. Yo, we got some really good deals coming up here. Let's see. We got World of Final Fantasy. I still don't think they ever fixed the goofy issue that a lot of the player base is seeing on the PC side. I believe Gym Leader Ed made a video a while ago where you have to go into the files and actually like force it to run in administrator mode, which Square Enix, you need to get that should be a simple fix. I'm assuming that's why we're still at 78% rating there, but still, if you know how to right click and start it in administrator mode, the game plays fine. It's just for some reason you got to run in administrator mode. But for $10, pretty solid game. But yo, Dragon Quest Treasures, I don't ever remember seeing it this cheap. This isn't Dragon Quest Monsters, but this is Dragon Quest Treasures. But yeah, 50% off at $25. I don't know if I'm gonna pick this one up, but still, this is probably gonna be one of its lowest price points. So if you're on the kind of the edge of buying it, this is probably the best time to buy it. I don't think it's gonna get any cheaper. You'll probably have to wait another year before you can get your hands on it at a reduced cost. But still, $25 is not a bad game. I remember watching Gym Leader Ed's playthrough, and I believe he got like 30 or 40 hours in the game. So it's definitely, for playing time and like getting your money's worth. You'll definitely get your money's worth out of it. Okay. Spirit Tea is 35% off at $12.99. I originally covered this game, but then I think the dev actually changed. I think the monster taming aspect of the game got removed or changed, which is, I think, the reason why I stopped covering it. But yeah, if you're still interested in Spirit Tea, 35% off at $13. Definitely not going to recommend Raid Shadow Legends. We got more cat collecting, but yeah, right here's a really solid title. Koromon 60% off at $8. Pretty solid pickup. Here's some a recent title, Dice Folk. I had a lot of fun with this. It is a roguelike, so it's not like a full RPG, but honestly, the gameplay, the graphics, the animation are definitely top tier. For even 25% off, this game is definitely worth the $11.24 that it's on sale for. And then I just recently played this one, Athenian Rhapsody. Solid title. The dev is such a goofball. If you watch his Twitter, I swear the dude doesn't like wearing t-shirts. Like, he's just a ripped muscle guy. But really fun guy. But honestly, this game is definitely worth, even at full price at $15, the game's worth it. But yeah, currently it's 15% off at $12.74. Man, they got so many games. Man, this might be a lot. I'm not going to try to make this video like a 30-minute video, but these are some solid titles. And then we got Anoheart. I need to finish the Let's Play. But yeah, if you want me to continue the Let's Play, let me know down below. But I think I'm about halfway through the game. I'm absolutely loving the game. Solid title for a solo dev. It's 35% off at $11.69. And then we got Time to Morp. That one's 71%, $11.61. It's like a city builder type monster taming game, which you don't normally put the two together, but it's definitely a fun, cutesy, bright colored. Like, the colors kind of remind me of Tim a little bit. So if you guys are into that kind of genre, but yeah, it's like an automation, like you build things. Pretty cool game, honestly. And then we got Serial Ultimate. So if you guys definitely want like a dungeon crawler, want to get your brain like mashed, like, this game is so complex, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys love challenges, this is definitely a solid title to get into. There are so many monsters to collect, and if you guys are lucky, or if anybody has seen it in the wild, I do have a costume in the game. It's called the Berry Bandit costume. If you do have that, post it on social, because I have not seen anybody find it. And I do have some hardcore Serial Ultimate fans on my channel, and they still have not seen it. I know it's in the game because I have confirmed it with the dev. It is in the game, but yeah, for 55% off for $9, pretty solid game. No way, Monster Sanctuary's $5. Oh man, there's so many good deals. This is a really good game too. Basically like a Metrovania. I love the combat. Even though the combat kind of pissed me off about 3/4 of the way in the game, it's definitely not like an easy game per se, but once you figure out the synergies of the game, this game is really fun. And I'm really excited to see their new Aethermancer game that's going to be coming out in the near future. They just recently did their alpha play can't even talk, on a live stream recently. But really, this is a really solid title. If you don't have this in your game library, you definitely need to pick this up. This is a really solid game. Let's see. Okay, we got Nexomon Extinction. Yeah, solid title for less than $7. 67% off. How can Patch Quest be $2.99? That is such a great price. 80% off. They're like giving that game away. This is a solid game too, guys. Definitely, if you guys got like less than $10, I would pick up a couple of these games, because honestly, for less than $3, this is a pretty fun game. I'm not gonna lie, you play it once and you're probably gonna play it for about 10-20 hours and you're just gonna keep coming back to it. It is a roguelike, but it's so different because it keeps, like, you get that feeling like it's like, oh, I just want to go a little bit further, and then you just look it down at the time and it's like, oh, it's already 10 hours into this. Like that, this game will definitely do that to you. Okay, we got some other games. We got Nexomon for $5, 50% off. We got Kaidomon Hyper Auto Battlers. It's 20% off. Yeah, honestly, this game got kind of a bad rap. This game is a lot better than what the rating shows. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna say it got review bombed, but unfortunately, some people had a closed mind when the game first came out. Yeah, the game wasn't perfect, but honestly, for an auto battler, this is a really cool game. And for $7.99, pretty solid pickup. Okay, is there any other games that pop up out of... we got Research Story, kind of like a farming game for 20% off for $11.19. Let's see, we got Rhapsody 2, 20% off for $20. I've seen this game cheaper on other sales, so this one you might want to avoid right now. We got Re-Legend for 50% off for $12.50. Oh, perfect. I actually just covered this on my Monster Taming Hidden Gems game. It's 70% off for $6. Pretty solid title, guys. But yeah, I actually just made a video on this, a hidden gem video. So solid game. Even though it may not have like the best rating, it is 75%, but it's a really solid game for $6. I definitely recommend picking it up. Why is it Monster? Ah, man, see, such a miss here. Why is Monster Rancher? Even though this is like more of a mobile port of the original game, yeah, this should be part of the sale. What a shame. Disc Creatures, another Monster Taming Hidden Gem game that I've covered, 70% off for $4.49. Solid game, definitely worth. Man, this is why I hate the summer sale, guys. Like, honestly, there are so many good games on sale right now. I swear I spend more money during this, during this time period than any other time period. I'm so glad they don't do this during Christmas time, because I don't even think I would have Christmas gift money if these sales came out during that time. But yeah, solid pickup for Disc Creatures for less than $4.50. Let's see, is there anything else? We got a door, 40% off, $11.99. Pretty cool, kind of like, what do you call it? Kind of that geez, I can't even talk. Isometric view. Pretty solid game. Let's see, we got a lot of collector games. Let's see. Okay, we're pretty much at the end of the list here. Let's see. Before we end the video, we got Penco Park. It's kind of like a photography game.
So if you're into that like Pokemon Snap, but just with kind of cutesy creatures, 70% off for $4.19. We do have Monster Harvest. Man, they're like literally giving that game away. I know it had a really rough console launch, which is probably why a lot of people aren't buying it, but for less than $2, it's definitely a nice like library filler. But yeah, that looks like that is the end of the list, or at least with the most popular games. Obviously, if I went through all of them, this would probably be about a 45-minute video, which I'm not trying to take all your guys' time. I think we're already diving in close to the 22-minute mark at this point, or it might be a little less. But yeah, let me know which game you think is the best one on this list. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.